You know, the last time there was such a named race, Jimmy Johnson carried the spongy character on his car. And now he will drive to victory lane and get one of the most unique trophies in all of Sprint Cup racing. You hear the thump, thump, thump.
No, it's his tire.
He burned it all out.
He blew it out. Oh, golly, what a race.
And there they are, all the characters awaiting Jimmy Johnson. Down to our characters, the Hollywood Hotel.
Well, Michael, no character better on mile-and-a-half tracks. The King, Jimmy Johnson, and an amazing, the 12th time in history that Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick have finished 1-2, and Jimmy Johnson 10 times has been in front, including 3 this year for his 3rd victory, fighting off or holding off Kevin Harvick in this case.
And you know, when we go to chase time, Chris, 5 of the 10 races are on these mile-and-a-half tracks. That gives Jimmy Johnson a lot of confidence as you race towards that. But what about that finish by Kevin Harvick? He just couldn't get it done. He hung it out wide on the high side for all it was worth, but he couldn't run down Jimmy Johnson.
And let's go to Matt Yoakum with the runner-up in the race.
It was a Harvick zone finish. Once again, top 2 for Kevin Harvick. Right side tires, great shot to try to make a run at the win. Just not enough time.
Yeah, just really proud of our Jimmy Jones guys. They did a great job tonight. We made some huge adjustments on this thing under that last green flag pit stop, and we're able to make the car a lot better. And just in a bad spot leading the race there. I mean, 48 and 88, those guys didn't have anything for us on speed. They were just doing what they had to do on track position wise, and then move all over the racetrack to try to get the air off your car. So the good news is we got a lot of speed in our car. We took a needle handling race car and made it into a good car. So I'm just really proud of all my guys.
Thank you, Kevin.
And now let's head to victory lane.
To come to pit lane for fuel, but if you got tires on that last stop, could you have gotten back to the front?
Well, if we got tires, if we got 2, we'd come out 6th. And that would have been in, a pretty good spot to be in. But you never know. You never know how these things are going to play out. I hate fuel mileage racing because of that. I've never, ever once in my career come out on the race side of one of these deals with fuel mileage. But just proud of my team, proud of my guys for bringing a fast race car. I mean, yeah, it's disappointing to run that good all-night finish wherever we did. But, at the same time, it's nice to run like that. They did a great job all weekend. They did a great job all night. Cole got kind of put in a bad spot there at the end, and it's the first call he's got wrong all year long. So I mean, I told him to just keep his confidence up because he's done a good job with that all year long, and we're going to get one. We just got to keep digging.
From a yard sale to a top 3 finish for this 88 machine, what a recovery, Junior.
Yeah, we had some good adjustments. We were in big trouble when the race started. We had some real good adjustments that got the car flying. And now I'm going to get asked about the Denny Hamlin deal. We were 4 wide there, and I thought I was, where I was supposed to be, but not enough room for 2 cars on the outside of me. My fault, everyone else's fault, I think, but I hate it for Danny because it ruined his car, ruined his night. But 41 kind of got me tight off the bottom and then went 4 wide, and I was sitting there with a 41 there, and them guys were coming off the wall and running into us, and it was just a mess. But hey,
a great restart too.
We had a few, yeah. I mean, I watched that 42. I was like, I know he's going to do something. I'm going to just do what he does. Larson is hanging out there, so we went up there, and me, him, the 22. A couple guys passed like 10 cars in a couple laps. We had a couple great restarts. It was a lot of fun. If you had a restart on the outside, I'm proud of Jimmy, and he did a great job. I was real jealous of that lane he had. I think I could have done a better job than he did with it on that first lap. I couldn't believe he still hung with him coming back with 5 to go or whatever. I thought he'd have took off with that outside groove. I sure was jealous where he was restarting, but congratulations to him, the 48, 88 shop, all the guys. They did a great job. We thought we had a good car, and we about screwed it up. We finally figured it out, and they gave us the tools. All the guys back home gave us the tools to get it done.
Junior 3rd tonight in Kansas.
Always get an honest response. Dale Earnhardt Jr. couldn't go back-to-back for the first time in his career. We saw the 2 best in the sport the last few years, defending champ Kevin Harvick, and of course 6-time champ Jimmy Johnson hold him off. But Joey Logano, the pole sitter, started out fast, was coming fast.
Oh, on that last lap, he had 2.5 tenths over the field. He was really coming. Those 2 pit stop penalties cost him a chance to win this race. I'm sure he's pretty disappointed about that.
And Chris Neville is with Joey Logano.
Joey Logano started on pole tonight, but Joey, a couple problems during the race, but every time you resurged back to the front.
Not the way we want to do it. We just had terrible execution. That's usually our strong point, and just all of us are off our game today for some reason. I had a really fast AAA fusion, which was able to recover every time, but I came down pit road when it was closed and didn't even think about looking, just assumed it was open, and we had a mistake on pit road. And we kept recovering, I mean, that part was fun at least. I got to pass a lot of cars, had some fun up top passing guys, but just frustrated at the whole situation because they had a car that could have won.
The disappointed Daytona 500 winner with a good try, of course, those pit problems. Jeff Gordon wound up fourth. We checked the unofficial results. Matt Kenseth, the 20-1 shot. By the way, Jimmy Johnson, one of the favorites, of course, in this race to win, as always.
Well, those Hendrick Chevy engines, the power under their hoods, proven to be the best in NASCAR right now, sweeping the top 4 position. Great run for Greg Biffle. We've talked about how they struggled. Top 12 finish for that team.
And Kyle Larson wound up 15th, still looking for his first career Cup win. Carl Edwards looking for his first win with Joe Gibbs Toyota. A 20th spot. Clint Boyer in a Toyota struggling with that spin out.
Michael Annett, steady, good job. He stayed on the lead out for a long time. Ricky Stenhouse into the outside wall, gets 24th. Danica Patrick down in 27th.
Rounding out the field, David Reagan, his first ride for Michael Waltrip Racing, had a spin-out problem as well. Tony Stewart, disappointing throughout with a 39th place finish. And, of course, Eric Jones, the rookie of the 18 car, subbing for Kyle Busch, doing a nice job of hanging in there, was running 5th until the end when he had a mishap spin. Let's check in with Chris Nutt.
And Matt Kenseth had that spin mid-race, but Matt, you kept with it, you charged back to the front, you come home 6th tonight.
Yeah, we had some good fortune. Our Dollar General Camry at times tonight was fairly competitive. Other times we were kind of off, and then, of course, me spinning out didn't help and got us behind. But we were able to get some good restarts there today and get some positions and get a decent finish out of it.
We'll see him a week from tonight in the All-Star race. You'll see it on Fox Sports 1. Of course, fans can vote somebody in as well. What should we look forward to? Another mile and a half at Charlotte.
The sparks are going to be flying. These guys are going to be on the edge of control all night at Charlotte. This place has 17 to 20 degrees of banking. At Charlotte, it's 24. That means a lot more speed down into the corner and a lot more reckless abandon because we're just racing for a check next weekend.
And Jimmy Johnson, a 4-time All-Star winner. He wins everything. The 6-time champ. He started 19th. He was as far back as 40th. He only led 10 laps. They were the final 10 laps, and that's why he's your winner after a long night in Kansas. Jimmy Johnson and the Spongebob Squarepants 400. I did that just for Jay. And Cole, that's it from Kansas. Let's go back to you guys in L.A.
Thank you, gentlemen. That trophy, though. And like that, we're off and running. This is Fox Sports Live. DJ, I'm all right. Now, plenty ahead. We'll go one-on-one with Jim Harbaugh, plus drama on the ice, a vulgar display of power in D.C. And speaking of Washington, Jim, would John Wall suit up for the Wiz after missing Game 2? The answer came less than 2 hours before tip-off. And Wall was on the sidelines. He kept you in suspense. Wall was on the sidelines. The Washington point guard, 5 non-displaced fractures in his wrist and hand. Even without Wall, this game was an incredible thriller. Paul Pierce, by the way, playing his 155th